The cardboard gardening secret that changed everything. No digging, no weeds, just growth. For years, gardeners have been told that the secret to a thriving garden lies in endless digging, constant weeding, and backbreaking soil preparation. But what if I told you there's a simple method that eliminates digging altogether, keeps weeds at bay, and turns ordinary soil into a nutrient-rich bed ready to grow almost anything? The first time I tried this cardboard gardening secret, I was skeptical. Today, I'll never go back to digging again. It felt like unlocking a cheat code for gardening. Less effort, healthier plants, and zero stress about weeds. Why cardboard works like magic? At first glance, cardboard looks too simple to make a difference in the garden. But beneath its plain appearance, it holds a powerful secret. Cardboard is made of organic fibers that break down naturally, feeding the soil in the process. When layered on the ground, it creates a dense barrier that suffocates weeds by cutting off their sunlight and prevents them from ever resurfacing. Unlike plastic sheets, cardboard breathes and allows water and air to flow through, creating the perfect balance for soil life to flourish. As it decomposes, it enriches the soil with organic matter, acting like a natural compost starter. The best part? You don't need expensive equipment or chemicals to make it work. All it takes is a few sheets of cardboard, some water, and an understanding of how to set it up correctly. Preparing the garden bed with cardboard. The process is surprisingly straightforward, yet it delivers results that seem almost too good to be true. Start by clearing away any tall weeds or grass so the cardboard can lie flat. You don't need to dig them out. Just cut them down to ground level with a hoe or shears. The cardboard will smother their roots. Lay the cardboard sheets directly on the ground, overlapping them so there are no gaps where weeds can sneak through. Think of it like building shingles on a roof. Overlap is essential. The thicker the layer, the more effective it will be. 2 to 3 layers of sturdy cardboard work best for areas with stubborn perennial weeds. Here's the trick that makes the difference. Once the cardboard is laid out, soak it thoroughly with water. This step is non-negotiable. Cardboard that is dry will curl up and blow away, leaving gaps that weeds will exploit. But when you saturate it, the cardboard molds into the ground, sealing out light and creating an unbreakable barrier. A garden hose on a slow soak works perfectly, but a watering can does the job too. Aim to use about 10 liters of water for every square meter of cardboard to ensure it's completely soaked through. With the cardboard barrier in place, it's time to build a growing bed right on top. Now this is really where the method shines because you don't have to break your back tilling or turning soil. Instead, you just build upwards, layering organic material that'll feed your plants as it breaks down. The first layer should be compost or well-rotted manure. Go ahead and spread it out nice and even, at least 5 to 8 centimeters thick, directly over the damp cardboard. This provides the first burst of nutrients and gives your plants a soft medium to root into. Next, add a layer of topsoil if you've got it, again about 5 to 8 centimeters thick. This makes for a balanced growing environment and makes transplanting seedlings a whole lot easier. But if topsoil is hard to come by, don't worry. Plants will still do just fine with only compost and mulch. Now finally, cover the whole surface with a good thick layer of mulch. Grass clippings, dried leaves, or straw all work beautifully. Aim for 8 to 10 centimeters of mulch to help lock in moisture and add even more protection against weeds. Over time, this mulch will break down and feed the soil, keeping the cycle of fertility going strong. One of the most exciting parts of this method is that you can plant almost right away. For transplants like tomatoes, peppers, or cabbages, just cut a small hole in the cardboard where you want to plant. Dig into the compost layer and tuck in your seedling. The roots will push through the cardboard as it softens, finding their way into the soil below. And, since the cardboard suppresses weeds, your seedlings won't have to compete for nutrients, giving them a strong head start. For direct sowing crops like beans, carrots, or spinach, it's best to add a thicker topsoil layer above the cardboard before planting. Seeds need loose soil to germinate, and this extra layer really helps ensure a high success rate. The reason this method works so well is honestly just simple biology. Weeds, like all plants, need sunlight to grow. By covering them with cardboard, you block their access to light. Even aggressive perennial weeds like bindweed or couchgrass can't break through multiple layers. Over time, they weaken, die off, and decompose right beneath the cardboard, adding even more organic matter to your soil. Unlike plastic sheets, which, can really suffocate soil life, cardboard actually encourages microbial activity. Earthworms in particular are drawn to damp cardboard. They eat the fibers, drag them deeper into the soil, and in the process, they aerate the ground and leave behind nutrient-rich castings. This natural soil-building process is why no-dig cardboard gardening often leads to healthier, more productive soil than conventional digging. Now, saving water and reducing effort. Another hidden advantage of cardboard gardening is water retention. The thick mulch layers on top act like a sponge, preventing evaporation and keeping soil consistently moist. In hot, dry climates, this can honestly be the difference between thriving crops and constant wilting. With less evaporation, you'll water less frequently and still get better results. Even better, the no-dig approach saves energy. Traditional digging disturbs soil structure, releasing carbon into the atmosphere and destroying the natural balance of fungi and microbes. By leaving the soil undisturbed and building fertility from above, you work with nature instead of against it. Now, a lot of folks wonder, just how long does the cardboard last? Well, on average, a thick layer of cardboard will hold up for about 6 to 12 months, depending on how wet your climate is and how thick you lay it down. By the time it decomposes, the weeds underneath are dead, the soil is richer, and your mulch has continued feeding the ground. At that stage, you can simply add another layer of cardboard and repeat the process to keep your bed weed-free and fertile year after year. I'll tell you, the results really do speak for themselves. The first season I tried this method, I was stunned. My beds were completely free of weeds, my plants grew vigorously, and my workload was cut in half. No endless hours of digging, no crouching to pull weeds every weekend, and no sore back at the end of the day. Instead, I was able to focus on the joy of gardening, watching crops thrive and harvesting fresh food for the table. Every season since then, I've expanded my cardboard beds, and I can honestly say I'll never return to the old way of gardening. The beauty of this method is that it scales. You can start small with just one raised bed or transform your entire garden using this approach. It's inexpensive, environmentally friendly, and accessible to anyone. Whether you're growing vegetables, herbs, or even flowers, this cardboard gardening secret provides a strong foundation that makes everything easier. All you need is cardboard, water, compost, and mulch, and, the determination to try something different. Once you do, you'll understand why so many gardeners swear by it. This isn't just a shortcut. It's a revolution in how we think about gardening. Gardening should be rewarding, not exhausting. With this cardboard no-dig method, you can build fertile, weed-free beds without ever lifting a spade. You'll save time, conserve water, and grow healthier crops in soil that improves year after year. If you're ready to transform your garden, try this method once, and I promise, you'll never look back. If this guide has inspired you to rethink how you grow, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to Growth Hub Central Crops for more practical gardening secrets that actually work, and share this video with a fellow gardener who's tired of endless digging and weeding. Let's keep growing smarter, not harder.